XRP. Breaking news right now. Yes, if you hold any Ripple XRP, this video is going to be extremely important. The US and the UK have just announced a joint plan to support cross-border tokenized assets and cryptocurrency stablecoins. Yes, and this is extremely important if you hold XRP because there is a connection between the US, the UK's joint task force, and Ripple XRP. Yes, I'm going to show you a lot of connections between this brand new announcement of the United States and the UK creating a digital markets task force and how Ripple XRP is part of that task force. And this is going to be huge, especially if you hold XRP. Destroy the like button, share this video, and join us, subscribe real quick, especially if you hold XRP. This channel is for you. And my name is Amen, your crypto AI man, here to help you with everything cryptocurrency. So let us get into it because we have a lot to cover right now. If you hold XRP, this joint statement between the UK and the US is extremely important, everyone. Yes, because the UK and the US said how they just created a joint transatlantic task force for the markets of the future. Yes, the digital markets are the markets of the future according to the UK and the US, and both these countries, the US and UK governments, are committed to deepening our collaboration on capital markets and digital assets, ensuring that digital financial innovation strengthens rather than fragments our transatlantic marketplace. Both governments recognize that well-regulated stablecoins have the potential to promote efficiency and competition in our financial markets. So the US and the UK have just revealed a 10-point roadmap for tokenized assets. Yes, as you can tell right here on the official UK government website, this recommendation for the Transatlantic Task Force for the Markets of the Future is extremely important because there is a huge connection between this Transatlantic Task Force for the Markets of the Future and Ripple XRP. Yes, as you can tell right here, also the U.S. Department of Treasury just posted on their official website just a few hours ago about this U.S.-UK Transatlantic Task Force for the Markets of the Future and how they published recommendations to promote growth and innovation in capital markets and digital assets. So here are all of the 10 different recommendations. As you can tell, we're not going to go too deep into it because this would be a long video, but basically the UK and the US are both going to be working together to develop and support cross-border tokenized assets and crypto stablecoins. There is a huge connection between this announcement and Ripple XRP. Now, why do I say that? Well, because if we take a look at who's part of this transatlantic task force for the markets of the future that we've been speaking about in today's video, we see that the Department of Treasury is part of this task force. The HM Treasury in the UK is also part of this task force. The SEC, the CFTC, the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority in the UK, and the Bank of England. Now, the Bank of England, there are a lot of connections between the Bank of England and Ripple XRP because, as you can tell, Ripple has done a whole proof of concept for real-time gross settlement payments using the Interledger protocol. Yes, the Bank of England and Ripple XRP worked together a few years ago to create a whole cross-border payment system, real-time payments powered by XRP with the Bank of England. And Ripple XRP is also connected to this news through the HM Treasury. Yes, because just a few days ago, the UK's HM Treasury Wholesale Digital Markets Task Force was created, and it is made up of 54 different firms, including BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, HSBC Bank, Citigroup, and Ripple Labs. Yes, Ripple XRP is one of the only cryptocurrencies that is part of this UK HM Treasury's Wholesale Digital Market Task Force, which is also another connection between them and this massive news today that we're speaking about. And also, on top of that, the cherry on top is the fact that Cassie Craddock, the CEO of Ripple UK, she is a top person at Ripple. Basically, she spoke about how the UK and the US governments are working together for financial and crypto industries, and how she met with President Trump earlier this week. This was posted a few months ago. But anyways, she spoke about this UK-US transatlantic task force for the markets of the future. Before anyone was speaking about it a few months ago, I believe this was last year maybe, she spoke about this UK-US transatlantic task force for the markets of the future, which is an important initiative which will build on the deep and enduring partnership between the UK and the US in financial services. Yes, this new task force will lead to closer cooperation between the UK and the US on digital assets, creating an opportunity to align on stablecoins, tokenization, and cross-border markets access, as well as setting a template for international cooperation in our industry. As a US headquartered company with major presence in the UK, Ripple is well placed to leverage a strong transatlantic footprint to further drive this US UK tech innovation forward. And we are looking forward to contributing to the work of the task force. Everyone, this is absolutely huge, and this is basically proof that Ripple is involved in this UK-US task force, this cooperation between the United Kingdom and the United States to drive digital assets adoption, tokenization, cross-border payments across both markets. Everyone, this is extremely important, especially if you hold XRP, because this is basically proof. It confirms that yes, Ripple XRP has a lot to do with this US and UK announcement. So that's why this news of the UK and the US working together, two of the largest and most important countries in the entire world working together on cryptocurrency, is extremely important. And that's why I say that Ripple XRP is in the middle of all of it. Yes, there are many connections between Ripple XRP and the US and the UK in this massive news that we just spoke about in today's video with the task force markets of the future. Yes, the digital markets are going to be the future. The transatlantic task force for the markets of the future has a lot to do with Ripple XRP. There are so many connections between XRP and this news of the US and the UK working together. And I showed you proof in today's video. So if you hold XRP, Bitcoin, or any cryptocurrency, destroy the like button, share this video, because a lot of big things are coming up between the US and the UK cooperating on cryptocurrency. And XRP is in the middle of all of it. Yes, so destroy the like button, share this video, whatever you need to do, join and subscribe. Especially if you hold XRP, this channel is for you. Yes, I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, Crypto AI Man out.